Okay, so I'm gonna do it from my phone today. Buenos dias, good morning. Let me see here now. Trying to get it so the lighting. Okay, I can see myself now, so now I'm just trying to get the lighting right because the shades are in my way. So, the blinds, I mean, sorry. Okay, that's better, I think. There we go. Buenos dias, good morning. So I am in my son's playroom today because the other day the white wall was too boring. Buenos dias, B. Sorry, again. So anyways, I am here to continue the topic about the holidays. Kathy will be joining us soon in the comments because just a little recap, Kathy is not here today because she is in Chicago visiting her husband and spending Thanksgiving out there with him. So that is the reason why she's not here today. Or we won't be together within the next few weeks because I will be traveling to California too. And I don't know when she's coming back. So anyways, yesterday we tried doing the videos together, but it didn't work out. Last week we tried it and it was perfect. I was able to see her. We were able to do the videos. The audio was great. And then yesterday we tried doing it right before we went live and nothing was working. Either we couldn't hear her or we couldn't see her and it was just bad. But anyway, we're going to continue on with the holiday topics. So today I'm going to be talking about my holiday topics, my childhood and what holidays are now that I have my own family, that I have my son with me. So I remember holidays in Mexico. I lived in Mexico for like 5, 6, 7 years of my life. Till I was about 7 or 6. And I don't remember very much, but I do remember there was a lot of food. There was all of our family would gather at my grandma's house. I remember everyone, that was like the place to go, at my grandma's house. And like Ati was saying yesterday about the fireworks and stuff, yeah, those are real. Like fireworks in Mexico and South America, they are amazing. And so I remember good fireworks too. I don't remember really what kind of food we would have. I know we would have like pozole. Pozole was a big thing. I don't remember having tamales and all that out there. And I remember, obviously, I don't remember celebrating Thanksgiving because that's not a thing in Mexico. But we would celebrate Las Posadas right before Christmas time. We would celebrate Las Posadas. And I don't know how many days of Las Posadas it is, but I remember going, that it was like a thing. Like we would go to all of them. I think they start sometime really early December and they end maybe Christmas Eve. So I remember going to those and pretty much you just walk in the streets singing songs, like Christmas songs, Christmas carols, with a little candle, and you walk to people's houses. And then what's a posada in English? I don't know what a posada in English is. But anyways, you walk to people's houses and you ask them for candy and food and stuff. So different people would host them, and whoever would host them, that's where you would go. What's a posada in English? And then obviously we would celebrate Christmas, and we would celebrate El Día de los Reyes, so the day of the 3 wise men, and then we would get toys and all of that. So I remember a lot more of Dia de los Reyes and Christmas when I was little. Then growing up, once we moved out here to the United States, we obviously started celebrating more Christmas. Growing up, I remember obviously my dad was the host, so my parents' house was always the house to go to. Once my sisters were married, my sisters would come to our house. Hostal. Hostal. What's hostal? Hostel. I don't know. Is that the posada? I don't know what hostal is. Or I can Google it, but it's okay. Anyway, hi Kathy. Say hi. Tell everyone hi. I don't know who's watching right now. Posada. Okay, so posada, according to my sister, is hostal. I can actually look it up because my computer is right there. Posada in English. Well, it translates to hostal, but it's not that. What is a posada in Mexico? So las posadas. Hey, David. Kathy said there's David. So hi, David. Is a religious festival celebrated. It's a religious festival celebrated in Mexico and some parts of the United States between December 16th to the 24th. Oh, see, I was so off right there. Las Posadas commemorates the journey that Joseph and Mary made from Nazareth to Bethlehem. In search of safe refuge where Mary could give birth to baby Jesus. So that's pretty much what they do. Oh yeah, and that's right. And then they carry baby Jesus. People carry baby Jesus in front of the line, and then the rest of the people are just in the back singing. So yeah, that's what the posadas are. So here, I don't remember going to many posadas growing up. Posadas for me are when people sing from house to house. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I just said right now. We would obviously do like, hola Melissa. Kathy says hola. I'm just reading your guys' comments. I'm sure I'll get them a little bit afterwards. Pero sí, las posadas aquí en Estados Unidos, no me acuerdo mucho, pero me acuerdo que we would always go to my parents' house. And to eat, we would always eat like pozole. We weren't very typical with the tamales. My mom would make tamales for people because she would sell tamales, and then people would order her tamales, and sometimes we would have them whenever there was a lot of extra ones because she would make a lot. But I remember for sure pozole and tostadas de tinga that Dulce, my sister, makes, and tostadas de pata that my other sister makes. Those for sure, I remember that is pretty much our holiday or my family's holiday traditional food for Christmas. So that's for sure what we would eat. Thanksgiving, we didn't start celebrating it until like later on. I remember like church would host a Thanksgiving dinner, and that's where we would go for the first few years. And then after a while, like we started hosting it in our house, my parents' house. So yeah, in our family, when we gather together, it's like a party. So it's, oh yeah, y muchos postres. Sí, so comemos demasiados postres. Pues, ¿quién se prepara los postres? Well, Dulce, for a long time, I didn't cook. So, Dulce would make a lot of postres and would go buy a lot of postres because she likes to buy stuff. So, she would go buy them. Hi, Jessie. And obviously, okay, so when we gather at my parents' house, it's like a party. Y yo comiendo huevos nomás. No, tú comes tus panes rellenos, Kathy. Which Dulce is going to make me some when I go to California here in a couple of weeks. So in my house, when we gather, it's like a party. Every celebration at my house is like a huge party. So we eat, we talk. My dad always likes to do like an emotional, little thing. And then when we reflect on life and on our family and what we're thankful and grateful for. And then it's like party time. So now my dad has like this little karaoke setup /bar/pool table game room, I guess, where we get together and stuff. Unfortunately for me, I haven't spent holidays with my family. We're going on 3 years now since we moved to Washington back in 2017. I haven't been able to spend any holidays with my family. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. Sorry. When we were here and when I was younger, I remember we would travel to Mexico to visit family for the holidays. So I do remember those. That traveling. But other than that, we didn't do very much traveling for the holidays, other than if it wasn't to Mexico to visit my mom's and my dad's side of the family. So holidays away from my family in California. The first year, it was kind of, I guess both Jonathan and I were like trying to figure out. We moved in like ends of October, so it was kind of difficult for us to travel back in November and travel back in December because we had just moved. You know, there's lots of expenses when you move. So it was Joshua's obviously first holidays too. So everyone was very upset, I myself included, because obviously I see my nieces and nephews growing up with families, surrounded by family and surrounded by all those great memories that I know I cherished as a kid, to be surrounded by family. And Joshua not being able to do that, it kind of broke my heart a little bit. But I was like, you know what? We have our family now. You know, we are 3 in 1. You know, this is my family now. So we made the best of it. So for Thanksgiving, both Jonathan and I cook for Thanksgiving. Every Thanksgiving that we spend together, we cook together. He takes care of the turkey and sweet potato casserole. I cook the stuffing, the mashed potatoes, the gravy, all the desserts. Because even though it's just us 3, we go all out. I think the first year, one of his friends traveled to visit us in Washington, and we spent Thanksgiving with him. I think that was our first Thanksgiving. But anyways, we go all out. Oh yes, it was our first Thanksgiving because I tried making a pie. It was like a 3-layered pie, which didn't turn out good because I was supposed to put a pastry in between, and it just did not work out. So yeah, that was the first year. Then for Christmas, I made tamales for the very first time by myself, literally by myself. Like I said, my mom would like make tamales sometimes and sell them. So we used to help her to make tamales, but we never really did anything but put the dough on the husk. So that was all of our job. Like my sisters would pitch in, my dad would pitch in, myself would pitch in. We would all pitch in, but all we had to do was put the masa, the dough, on the husk. That was it. And my mom would take care of making my mom and my dad would take care of making the masa. My mom would make the chiles, the salsas for the tamales. She would take care of everything, and even like stuffing them and stuff. And I would only take care of, you know, putting it on the masa. So that was all I knew how to do. So when I wanted to make tamales, Jonathan was the one that was like, let's make tamales, or make tamales for Christmas. And I was like, that's not really a thing for us. Like, you know, we don't need tamales for Christmas, but he wanted tamales for Christmas. So I went ahead and I called my mom. And I actually have an Instagram page where I post like all the foods that I make. Well, not all of it, but most of them. And I share there how I learned how to cook. And it wasn't with my mom, because I would call my mom and ask her for a recipe, and she would always say like, pues ponle poquito de esto, ponle poquito del otro, échale tú miras, you know, like she would never give me an exact recipe. So it was really hard. So when I asked her how to make tamales, she was like, well, I don't measure anything. I just echarle until I see that it's right. So I went on YouTube and I looked up like 10 different tamales videos, recipes, and I went ahead and pretty much made my own. The first year, the masa, the dough wasn't very, very good. They turned out really good. Like my salsas were on point, my meats were also, but the dough, it could have been a little bit less hard, I guess, because it did crack on me. So once they were cooked. And then the second year, and then that year for New Year's, we had ribs. Jonathan cooked some ribs. We had ribs with macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes, corn. That was for New Year's. Then the following year, for Thanksgiving, we had the same, our potluck, our huge ginormous potluck just for three. And then Christmas, again, I made tamales and they were perfect. So I'm really excited to make them this year. I'm actually really looking forward to it. I've been craving tamales this whole entire week, and Jonathan told me that I could just make them, but I don't want to because it's a lot of work. So I'll just wait until Christmas to make them. And I've been making tamales verdes with pork meat, tamales rojos with chicken, queso with jalapenos, the sweet ones too. Like my mom would make them pink, so I make them pink too. So I've been making those. And what else? Oh, and corn, and the corn ones, yeah, the elote. Guys, no joke. I thought making corn tamales was like a lot of work, but it's not. It's like the easiest thing ever to make. And I mean, you just have to, like obviously shred the corn, but they are so easy to make. And I was so worried. I think those were the ones that I was most worried about, just because I was really wanting them to turn out really good. And I remember like hearing my parents say, oh yeah, los tamales de elote son tan difíciles de hacer. Pero no, son súper fáciles de hacer. Nada más lo que necesitas es puro el puro elote y pura harina y azúcar. Es todo. Lo que necesitas, blend it all, and then add some harina, and then just put it on the husk y calienta, haz los cocinas y ya, es todo. Es súper easy de hacer. So I'm looking forward to making those. This year for Christmas, Jonathan's family is his dad and his stepmom are supposed to come for Christmas. So they want to learn how to make tamales, which I'm a little nervous to teach them because, I'm still kind of learning and I only make them once a year. So that's kind of difficult. But I'm looking forward to just making some and eating some because, not just because I make them, but they're pretty good. So that's holidays now here. Traditions that we have that I've been trying to make with Joshua, for him growing up. Obviously the pumpkin patch. Unfortunately, this year we didn't get to go. We did take a few trips. So just October overall was a very busy month for us. Like weekend after weekend was really busy. And as much as I love creating memories with Joshua, it's very important for me that his dad is also involved in those memories. So just for me to take it myself, I wasn't very happy about that. So I was like, either we all go or, we'll just wait until next year. We did take him to the fair. So there we were able to take a few pictures with pumpkins. So I just counted that as our pumpkin trip, our pumpkin patch trip. Then we didn't go either because Adil was like, oh, I know. Next year we should take a trip. Last year, yes. With our friends in Washington, with Rebecca and Samantha and Sam, we went to the pumpkin patch and we took our 3 kids. And I love just going back and being able to see those pictures because it's like memories, like friends of Joshua that he got to, create these memories with that he'll be able to keep forever, even though he doesn't remember later on, but I will. So that was fun. And then this year, like honestly, like our whole month of October was super busy with family events that we had going on. And then trips that we had to take. So yeah, that was that. So that's definitely a tradition that we want to keep, the pumpkin patch for sure. We're not very big on Halloween. At least I'm not. And Jonathan doesn't really care for it right now just because Joshua's so little. So later on, we do plan to, dress Joshua up if you wanted to and probably take him to certain events or even door-to-door trick-or-treating. But right now, because Joshua's so little, he doesn't eat candy and he doesn't know what's going on, I don't really care for that. But that's just me, myself, personally. When you were a little girl, did you ever do anything crazy for the holidays? Como una travesura? No creo. Well, you know what? No una travesura, pero I would dress up like super ridiculously. And I would just act out like whatever sketch or whatever, whatever would pop into my mind. Like, I don't know si miraron como Bessie, are you still watching? ¿Cómo se llamaban las nacas? Las de la hora pico. So I would mimic them. I would make like certain little sketches for my family, and I would dress up like them, and I would talk like them. And then I would like dance and sing for them. So I remember doing those things. Like, yeah. I mean, I remember I have a picture like of me with like esferas hanging off my ear, pretending to be like earrings and stuff, and just my hair like in a chongo like this, and then like like Christmas decorations like on my hair. I remember doing those things. It's so funny that Kathy's asking me this because every time after we finish a video, whether we're doing it together or right now that we're doing it apart, we always like FaceTime each other, and we always go over what we forgot to say, what we should have mentioned, like something very important that we just wanted to share and we just didn't because we totally got off topic and forgot. So she's asking me this because I'm sure it's something that she wanted to share yesterday. So share it right now, Kathy. Tell everyone your travesuras that you would make when you were younger. Okay, and for Christmas, I love Christmas. Christmas is like my favorite holiday. Like my favorite holiday is Christmas. So December is my favorite month. So I love winter. Well, I love the fall, but living in Washington, I love winter because of the snow. So December is my favorite month. My birthday month, Christmas, and it's just a cold month. So I love the cold weather. So we don't decorate for Christmas until after Thanksgiving. So the weekend after Thanksgiving, we put up our tree and we finally get to decorate. In my house with my parents, casi nacaranda. Nacaranda, sí, eso. Let's see what Kathy said. You guys can read it, but I will read it to you guys too. It says, Kathy said, I was 9 when I first heard about Halloween. First, my mom... since my mom was a Christian, they used to tell me that Halloween is the devil's birthday, and if you celebrated it, the devil was going to pull your legs at night. So that, you just hear like parents tell you things that in the middle of the night, el cucuy, el diablo, whatever, is going to pull your legs. So that's pretty much what she's saying. So she was traumatized that Halloween was, if she celebrated it, she was going to get her legs pulled by the devil. We weren't told that. I remember actually in Mexico, only once, at least from my memory, I remember only once I dressed up, I think as a vampire. I was so scared ever since. I'm pretty sure that's why do you celebrate it? Do you guys do stuff for Halloween? Or you still have that thought in your mind? I remember one time going trick-or-treating in Mexico. I remember one time. And here, we were very involved in church, so we would not... Era una bruja? I thought I was a vampire. Somebody was a vampire. Okay, I thought I was a vampire, but I guess I was a witch. Here we were really involved in church, so we wouldn't celebrate Halloween, but we would have like those I don't know, they would do an event at church. So instead of celebrating it outside or going from house to house, we would just have an event at church. Nobody dressed up, but they had events for like the kids and stuff. Y la nacaranda es esta, watch, look, Google it. Just Google the name, like Nakasi Nacaranda, or just Nacaranda by itself, and it should pop up. Like, it's so funny. Okay, so, see, I got thrown off there. I'm talking about Halloween when it was on Christmas. Okay, so yeah, so we decorate for Christmas until the weekend after Thanksgiving. In my parents' house, I think it's the same. I think my dad wouldn't let us decorate until Thanksgiving was over, because I don't ever remember seeing a Christmas tree during Thanksgiving. And my dad would go, I don't know, I think he still does. He goes all out. Like, I remember the first year we did it, our living room, like pretty much all of our living room was taken up with Christmas decorations on the floor, because my dad did like this little town, like this little Christmas town. And I'm sitting on a ball, and I just had a thought in my mind, like, what if it pops in the middle of the video and I just fall? Sorry, that just crossed my mind right now. Anyways, ¿qué es naca? Oh yeah, pues las nacas, sí, I mean, pues nacara. Nacanas, eran unas nacas que no sabían hablar. But Google it. Hi Lucy. What was I saying? The Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, so the Christmas. So my dad does this whole little winter town, and he put lights underneath and lit up the what? I don't understand what that means. Naca como creída. No, naca como. Just Google La Hora Pico Nacaranda, and then it should come up. So yeah, so my dad always goes all out decorating, and I'm sure it was always after Thanksgiving. So now here, I always tell Jonathan, can we like, hi Adiel, I'll have Joshua call you later. So now I'll ask Jonathan if we could decorate sooner, but he always says no, like after Thanksgiving. So I'm like, I'm okay with it though. Ghetto people. Naka. Ghetto people. I guess, yeah. So for Christmas, we always make sure that it's always Jonathan and myself and Joshua involved in decorating, and we let Joshua hang up the first ornament. When he was a baby, he was like 6 months, 7 months, we would help him put up the ornaments and stuff. And he's actually very good about staying away from the tree. This year, I'm looking forward to seeing how Josh is going to be with the tree. The first year he was 7 months, so he was learning how to crawl. He learned how to crawl. Oh, he learned how to crawl 7 months. So he would like make his way to the tree, but he's always been very obedient. So he wouldn't pull on anything. Last year, I don't remember. Oh yeah, he would pull on all my esferas at the bottom. Me las jalaba todas. Pero de todos modos era obediente. Like I didn't grow gray hairs because of it. So this year I'm looking forward to seeing how he's gonna react with it. I'm hoping that it will be good, and I won't want to like gate my tree or something, or just take it down. So that would be like our traditions, just decorating together and making sure, that all that. So what I want to get involved with in cooking for Christmas as a tradition too is making tamales together, because Joshua loves the kitchen. Like he loves the kitchen, whether I'm cooking, whether I'm baking, whatever I'm doing, he loves being in the kitchen with me. So I'm looking forward to, I know he's going to definitely want to cook with me. So obviously getting Jonathan involved as well, because he always tells me, he goes, I'm going to help you, but I'm going to help you eat them. But that's not how it works. So this year I'm hoping for all of us to get together in the kitchen and being able to cook, to make tamales, all of us together. And for Thanksgiving, for sure, though, our tradition is for everyone to cook together. And then for Christmas, one thing that I love about spending holidays at home is not having to worry about getting all dressed up and all ready. I always see these memes about like purchasing, like getting an outfit just to go sit down in the living room with your family. And it's so true. I know, I mean, when we would spend when I would spend holidays with my family, like everyone would dress up, and we would always say like, okay, today we're all wearing black and red, or today we're all wearing silver and gold, or whatever. So I remember we would always dress up, and the year when I was pregnant, which was 2016, which that's the last holiday, the last Christmas that I got to spend with my family in California, we all wore pajamas. We were like, okay, today we're not going to get dressed up. We're just going to do a pajama theme for Christmas. And I loved it. So being here with Jonathan, I remember our first Thanksgiving, I was like, oh, I need to get ready and stuff. And he was like, what are you doing? Like, we're just going to go sit at the dining table. And I was like, well, I want to take like a family picture and look nice. And yeah, so I mean, I didn't get really dressed up. So I love that. I love that we can just cook and be with each other and spend quality time with each other and not worry about like getting fully dressed and fully makeup on and our hair all done. Like we can look as ghetto as we want, or we can look as nice as we want. So for Christmas, we do like a pajama thing where, you know, we just get to wear our pajamas, whether it's all day, or whether, you know, we put it on like in the middle of the day. That I love, that we were able just to relax and just enjoy each other, like all of us in our natural selves. Our first Christmas in Washington was amazing. So Christmas Eve around 8ish or so, it just started to snow. And that was our first Christmas there. So I was like, oh my goodness, what if it like full on snows? So the next day when we woke up, we had a white Christmas. It was so amazing. It was Josh's first Christmas. It was our first Christmas together as a family. And it was our first Christmas in Washington, and it was amazing. It was beautiful. It was literally a white Christmas that we had. And the day of Christmas, we went out and we took Josh to go play with the snow. I mean, he wasn't walking then, but he would stand up and give steps, so that was pretty nice. I remember that year, Jonathan's brother sent us a walker, the ones that you push. Hold on, I'm at 12% on my phone. Hola, mami. And Joshua learned how to start walking with the pusher thing at 7 months. It was so amazing. So he learned how to do everything literally at 7 months. He learned how to how to stand, how to crawl, and how to like start, pushing himself on. Hold on, let me see. Can you guys still see me? ¿Me pueden ver? Sí, ¿verdad? Okay, sí, porque ya me miro. So, yeah, I think because my phone's gonna die, I'm gonna stand up and sit over here. So, anyways, what else? What else did I have written down? And obviously, my holidays now. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it keeps on pausing. It's just saying it's recording, so whoever rewatches this will be able to see everything. So yeah, those are my holiday traditions, and I just love it. It's very unfortunate that I'm not able to spend holidays with my sisters, with my parents, with my brother, with all of my nieces and nephews. But like I said, I make the best of it, and I love everything that I'm able to share and spend with Joshua, and with his dad. Just us three as a family. So everyone that is able to spend holidays with their family, enjoy them. Sometimes it's very unfortunate when we can't, like Kathy was saying yesterday about her mom and her side of the family with her husband. So looking forward to next year, we definitely plan ahead and be able to spend holidays with our families, whether it's traveling to California or just around here. So next year for sure, expect us in California for hopefully Christmas. I would really love to spend Christmas there, just because Josh is older and Joshua knows what's going on. And even though he wasn't really into like gifts last year, he wasn't really excited about it. I mean, once he opened it, he was, but he would open one gift and then he was stuck on that. I would be like, go get another one. And he was like, okay, but it wasn't really his thing. I remember he woke up, because every morning when he wakes up, we always read books with him. So I remember last year when he woke up, like he brought his dad a book and he was like, Papa, read. And I was like, let's open the presents, Joshua. And he was like, read. So I even have pictures of it where he was like, actually, instead of opening his presents, he was reading, which is so cute. But yes, I look forward to spending. Lo pongo chonguitos de que para el año que entre pasemos Navidad en California con mi familia, porque, ay, ¿qué más quisiera yo que mi bebé pues pudiera celebrar esos momentos con toda mi familia? So we're planning to plan ahead of time, God willing, and be able to do that next year. So yeah, I think that is it for this video. I felt so much more comfortable this time around than last time. Anyway, espero que hayan disfrutado de mi video y déjenos saber en los comentarios cómo pasan sus holidays, sus fiestas en todo aspecto. So all of your holidays, let us know in the comments, or anything like unique that you guys do, any traditions that you guys do, something that we can learn or something that we can look forward to, doing that you guys probably do. So let us know. Okay, guys, well, I will let you guys go now, and you guys enjoy the rest of this beautiful day and the weekend coming up. All right? Ciao.